Next up, we've got Syracuse and Clemson. Clemson 17.5-point home favorites, 56 being the total here in this game. Clemson, obviously, look, they've, like I said, the whole world got it wrong. Everyone saying, oh, Clemson's going to win the ACC. They're going to be a national championship contender. Well, they're no longer a national championship contender, and they may no longer win the ACC either. Obviously, they're already 0-1 now in ACC play after the loss to Georgia Tech. 0-3 against the spread for Dabo and this Clemson Tigers team. It's everything. The offensive line hasn't played as well. Cade Klubnik's been just not great. He's been erratic. He's missed throws. He's made bad intercept. That was a bad interception down by the goal line in the red zone at the beginning of the third quarter when Clemson had that great first drive. Can't be making mistakes like that. Can't turn it over in that area of the field. And he did that. Where's the run game been? They couldn't run the football with a great deal of success against Georgia Tech. They miss Antonio Williams dearly. They did get Brian Wesco stepping up, but there's not really much other than him at receiver. He had 7 receptions. Everyone else had 3 or less. So you got one receiver you can count on. Can't run the football consistently. The O-line's been a disappointment, and the quarterback can be mistake-prone. There's a lot of issues. And then we haven't even gotten yet to the defensive side of the football where Georgia Tech just lined it up and said, hey, we're going to run it down your throat, dare you to stop it. And they couldn't deal with the physicality of the Georgia Tech defensive front. So there's a lot of issues for Clemson. I can tell you this right now. I'm not laying 17.5. 0-3 against the spread. They were 30.5-point favorites against Troy. They only won by 11. Now, the Syracuse defense is a concern for me. I don't know how great the defense is. They gave up points, and UConn with Fagnano, the quarterback, moved the ball pretty well in that game, even though they came back and won in overtime. Colgate had success moving the football. They got sliced by Tennessee, although Tennessee just sliced Georgia on Saturday. So maybe it's not as bad, the Syracuse defense, as it looks in some of these games. So I think the fact that Syracuse got shredded by Tennessee, it looks a lot better now after seeing Georgia's vaunted defense, struggling with Joey Aguilar in Tennessee on Saturday. So I'm probably going to end up on Syracuse here, plus 17.5. Like, I do have concern. I don't have concerns about Angeli. To me, he's played well. The Notre Dame transfer, Steve Angeli. He's an experienced guy. 8 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 64% completions. And the back door is going to be open, even if Clemson's able to extend the margin to 14 or 17 or 20. You're going to have the back door open potentially late for Syracuse, and a quarterback that's shown the propensity in the fourth quarter, like they did against UConn, to lead his team from behind. So, yeah, I'm probably going to end up having something here on the Cuse with the 17.5. C-Mac, what do you think? Syracuse, Clemson.
Yeah, when is it going to change here? Because I keep just seeing this team dead from the gate. Like, maybe I'm going to have to take Syracuse early. Clemson's just been sleepwalking all these games.
First half early. Yep.
First halves have been, they have not been prepared at all. Yeah, on the total, I lean over. It seems like Clemson should be able to move it. I don't know if I move on that. But I think Syracuse, even those great Clemson teams, this is always a tough game. But even though Clemson usually would win it, there's 7-point, 10-point games, and I like Angeli. I think he's played well. It's just their defense.
Throw that at you. Syracuse is 4-1 against the spread their last 5 trips to Death Valley. The last 5 times they've gone to Clemson, they've covered 4 of those 5 games, including, I think, 3 in a row.
Yeah. So I think Clemson right now, until they get going, I don't know why you would want to lay points with them. Yeah.
Yeah, like if they play up to their preseason, prognostication.
They don't have it. They don't got the receivers. The defense isn't that good.
No, I don't think it's there. They had one receiver, Bryant Wesco. That's it. No one else did anything. The quarterback made an egregious interception down by the goal line. And, he obviously can run a little bit, but, the O-line this is supposed to be some great offensive line, and I'm not seeing it from Clemson so far this year. So, like I said, it's been disappointing. It's been underwhelming.
Klubnik's been
Yep.
he's back to Like he looked a little bit better towards the end of last year, but
Yeah, I thought that was like him coming out of his shell, turning the corner, and no, it's back to the old. I thought he was kind of terrible early in the season last year, Klubnik, and he's playing like that again right now.
Yeah, he's. I just don't think he's improved, and I don't. Other than West, they just. I don't think they have a ton of receivers, so I think that's not helping them as well.
No. All right, Illinois.
Dabo, a little bit on the hot seat.
A little bit. I've never seen the Clemson fan base as distraught and upset with the with the state of the program then after that game against Georgia Tech.